What is up, YouTube? That's here bringing you another Smogon 6v6 OU battle, showcasing the team that I'm testing in that has that same Gen 5 core that I was working with, but this battle is going to be a little different. I'm going to be using Talonflame instead of Mega Manectric. After testing a few games with this team, I figured out that I actually do need a physical attacker, and preferably one that can check Mega Venusaur. There isn't a Mega Venusaur in this game, but Talonflame does that job, and the way I like to win my games is I have a really defensive style, so more often than not, my games are 5 or 6 stocks. So I figured I'm probably not even going to use the Talonflame, but just having it in my team to check Venusaur and other great Pokemon like Keldeo, like my opponent has in this game, that's just a great addition to my team. So Talonflame's in, Manectric's out. Other than that, we're going to start this game up and see how it goes. Well, what a great switch in for Manectric. We're going to lead off with Talonflame, our U-turner. Pretty much fills that same role as Mega Manectric did in my last team, but this is a physical attacker. So we're going to go for a huge banded U-turn onto that Rotom Wash, doing 22%. That is huge to a Rotom. And we're going to go into Celebi, and we're going to see the Rotom go for the really, really obvious Volt Switch. I kind of wish he Hydro Pumped, but we're going to see the Volt Switch, no big deal. He's going to switch that eye out and go into Ferrothorn. Now, more often than not, I really like this matchup for Celebi. I mean, sometimes it can be bad depending on their moveset, but more often than not, I'm going to get a Nasty Plot off, and they're going to try and set up Stealth Rocks. Now, remember the way I described the team in the last video. I like to go for a Nasty Plot or two, then Baton Pass to a Mixed Sweeper like Keldeo or Latios. We're then going to see his Ferrothorn think that he needs to hightail it out of there and go into his Bisharp, and I'm going to go for second Nasty Plot. I'm very, very greedy against this Bisharp. So, he's going to go for a Swords Dance. He has a little bit of greed himself. And I'm going to Baton Pass. Now, I haven't shown my Celebi's full moveset, and I will talk about it when it comes around. But I should have just killed that Bisharp, and I definitely could have. Oh well, I'm going to go out to Suicune to wall out this Bisharp, who is sitting at +2. And he's going to go for a +2 stab to knockoff, and it will not kill my Suicune. That is how bulky this Pokemon is. That is ridiculous. I'm going to fire back a freaking double Nasty Plotted Scald. That is super strong. One shot on the Bisharp. Really glad I didn't see a Sash there. He's now going to go into his Keldeo, and I don't know how he's built, but he actually has Hidden Power Grass. Very smart move to have on Keldeo. Mine it usually packs it as well, and he is going to get the kill on my Suicune. I was thinking, man, if he like Secret Swords me, I'd live, but that wasn't the case. We're then going to see me send out Talonflame to make his Keldeo leave, and he actually decides to stay in and just eat this Brave Bird. I really expected him to swap in a Rotom. And my plan was if he swapped a Rotom, that I don't think he could swap in on it, even though he resisted it. So at this point, there's not really that much I can do. I decided to Brave Bird because even if I switched, if I sent myself back out, I would die to rocks. So I decided to Brave Bird, and he goes for the Volt Switch back at me, which is very good because now whatever he sends out, I can send the perfect counter to. I really think he should have Hydro Pumped there, but that's just me. He probably didn't want to risk missing with Hydro Pump. If he had Thunderbolt, that would have been the right move. So Gardevoir is going to come out. Remember, there are still rocks out. I'm going to send my Celebi back out because I don't really think he can do that much to me. We're going to see him Mega Evolve, and man, I was super wrong. This critical hit Hyper Voice is 65% to my full Special Ball Celebi. So if he didn't get a critical hit, I was completely fine. But, oh well, you know, that's the game of Pokemon. People get critical hits all the time. Hyper Voice is going to be enough to finish off my Celebi just barely. Remember, critical hits do 1.5 damage, and yeah, he barely got it. So Tokus is going to come and take half or a quarter of its HP from Stealth Rocks. And for some reason, it's going to force out his Gardevoir and go into the Ferrothorn. So really smart play there, going into Ferrothorn, eat my Thunder Wave. I guess I was a little bit too predictable, bringing a Tokus into my team. But I will get a Braca Leftovers, which is exactly what I want to see. Now, I know that Ferrothorn can do a ton of damage to my Tokus. It can Thunder Wave me, it can Gyro Ball me, it can Leech Seed me. I have to get the Flinch Town on this guy if I have any chance of winning this game. That's exactly how I see it. Because right now, I'm definitely playing from behind. So that's 2 turns that I've used Air Slash, and he actually gets the Leech Seed off. And that really, really sucks. Because I'm barely doing any damage as it is. And at this point, I'm just not going to be doing any damage. So I have to withdraw. I have to get rid of the Leech Seed, and I'm going to go into my Keldeo here, losing my Focus Sash because of the Stealth Rocks, and he Gyro Balls me, and man, my Keldeo, looking at the HPs around, I think I'm fine, but it sucks to just take that free damage on the switch in like that. So I go for a Secret Sword. Obviously, it's not going to kill because it targets the Ferrothorn's defensive stat, which is super bulky, and he gets another Leech Seed off. Really would have liked to para that turn, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Beg him for the para all day. So if he's going to go for a Protect, I was really expecting the Protect here, and there's really nothing I could do about it. I don't have a setup move or anything. If I had like Substitute or something, I probably would have thought about using it, but I'm Sash, so I don't. So I'm thinking here, if he switches in a Gardevoir, I probably just lose the game. But he is going to withdraw, and he's going to go into Rotom, and I need to one-shot this Rotom with a Secret Sword, and I don't. And that's super lame. And I'm thinking, I see leftovers, and I'm thinking if he protects, I'll just die to like Leech Seed. So I'm hoping he doesn't have to protect, and luckily for me, he doesn't. So Rotom is going to go down, and it's Keldeo versus the world now. I know I'll die to Diggersby if he sends it out, but I have to keep him honest and just stay in. He's going to go for the Earthquake, and at this point I'm thinking, are you Scarfed? Are you Scarfed right now? Because I thought he would have Quick Attack. So since he's Scarfed, I get to send out my Latios, and this is one of the coolest things. This is the turnaround of the game right here, guys. Latios comes out, makes him forcibly withdraw Diggersby, goes into Ferrothorn here. Now, I didn't care what he went into because I knew he was switching. I pop a Substitute. And if you guys remember anything about my Latios from Gen 5, this is a very, very specific moveset. Doesn't even have any Dragon moves. I have HP Fire on this guy. So I can check that Talonflame, or I can check the Ferrothorn if I want. I always get those names mixed up. But he's going to go into Gardevoir just to check my Hidden Power, which is very, very smart. It's actually really smart. Or it's even checking my Hidden Power or checking a Dragon attack. Either way, it's pretty smart. But I go for an Ice Beam for the freeze, and I get it. I cannot believe that I get it. This was literally my only shot. I have HP Fire, Ice Beam, and Psyshock, and I actually get the freeze. And I'm sitting pretty with my leftovers here, and if he doesn't freeze, if he doesn't thaw here, I win pretty much, which is exactly what happens, and I'm like throwing my hands up in the air. I think I streamed this game too. Like, I could not believe that this happened. I was definitely just going to lose. This game was over. I had no way to kill that Gardevoir, or the Diggersby, or the Ferrothorn, or anything, but the freeze hacks came in. All it took was the Scarf Diggersby to let me set up a free sub, and from there, the hacks were real. I know I had 2 chances to get the freeze. I had the first one that I actually got it, but I had one more just in case. But man, that 10% chance has never helped me out more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I know I had a great time playing and casting it. And if you guys like the games, like what this channel does, feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps me out. Got tongue twisted right at the very end. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I had a blast, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.